Here's Kobe trying to get to the rim, puts Mozgov in the air, forces it up, can't hit, has his own rebound for a moment. They battle, and Powell slams it home.
And Powell standing under the bucket, it bounces right to him. So Powell says, thank you very much.
Yeah, and Kobe was adamant about saying that
They want to up the tempo. Anybody that rebounds is looking to push.
Gallinari, good defense that time by Devin Ebanks, and out of
Is just knowing he's going to the free throw line because he felt he got fouled as Devin Ebanks gets the ball and also gets some.
Reed. That's not his game, the mid-range game, although he did hit a huge shot with about 3 minutes to play from that distance the other day. Here is Sessions. The former Tar Heel from distance. Kobe's going to get a rebound. Long lead. There's Andrew. Put it up and put it in. 7-footer, 250 pounds. They have a tremendous amount of balance. Another bounce pass and smashing it home. Powell, one-on-one, little isolation with Faried. Here's Sessions around a pick, back to Kobe. Didn't shoot well in the game the other night. Sessions, though, buries one.
More weapons.
Yeah, he has definitely got a finer-tuned offensive game. Again, a repost by Kobe, playing a little keep away. Rising for three, yes, sir. Similar situation where they said it did not hit an opposing player. Kobe now one-on-one with the former Bruin Aflalo. Oh, great move, great first step.
To get to the rim, and he's doing just that. Andrews getting to the rim. The Lakers are starting off with energy, and with 4:30 to play in the first quarter, we're tied at 16. Coming into the game for Aaron Aflalo. That means he's going to have to guard Kobe if Gallinari doesn't do it.
How about Kobe? Tough shot with Gallinari right in his face. George Karl. Here's a good pass inside to McGee. Blocked by Andrew as he rejects JaVale McGee on his first shot of the game. He played almost 32 minutes. Bynum back out to Ramon. Sessions trying to get it into Bynum, who was shouldering McGee, and look out, he slams it home.
Quarter tied at 20 is Andrew. Let JaVale McGee know that it's going to be a little harder tonight than it was in game number 3.
Thorpe gets his own rebound, attacking JaVale McGee, going in hard, misses. Jordan Hill's got it, puts McGee in the air, throws it up, no. They battle Hill, and that's a goaltend.
Jordan Hill came up with the rebound. The Lakers battling on the glass themselves as goaltending was finally called on JaVale McGee.
Well, the Lakers have done a decent job. And he's the X factor in this game. Good post position by Andrew. He's in very deep and scores. Great post position in the quarter. Going to get a pick from Blake. He's going to use it. He's got Lawson on him. Pass to the cutter. Barnes blocked by McGee, and that's his second goaltend. Kick it out to Steve Blake. See if the Lakers can start making some threes. Not this time, but a great offensive rebound by Jordan Hill. That's the 9th Laker offensive rebound, and he scores on the follow. He's been working overtime on his shot. Little flyby by Brewer. Blake attacks, and Brewer comes back to swat it away. But a great play by Blake, stealing it right back. And
had it blocked, but stayed there. So great effort by Steve Blake in order to get the ball to Pau Gasol. Great job.
Here comes Andre Miller, quarterbacking. Top 10 all-time NBA.
Harrington discarded his mask.
Just threw it right out of bounds. Yeah, he's just going to go with it. Here is a Gasol underneath, count, and a foul.
A lot of the times he catches him off guard, even though it was a side front. Good quick move by Powell, possible three-point play.
Yeah, so Harrington gets rid of the mask, now goes and gets his headband, so he's a little more comfortable. Jordan Hill goes 6'10". Here's Barnes. His foot's on the line, I thought. Missed anyway. He's going to get it right back on the tap back from Gasol. Attacking Barnes! Look out! Matt Barnes with authority right down the lane and a two-hand stuff.
Yeah, but look how quickly they're back.
At the other end, Harrington misses and no whistle.
Foul by Ramon Sessions. 7:25 to go in the half. The Lakers by 1.
Now Kobe, he's got a double team in front, cutting his Barnes. He loses it. Bynum with 2 on the shot clock. A little fall away over McGee. He's going to get a shooter's roll. They're going to post up Kobe on Aflalo. Thinking about coming over as Brewer does. Double up under glass. Good. Andrews got 11. Powell's got 7. The 3 leaders scoring-wise for the Lakers. Kick underneath. Andrew blocks it away. It's good.
Well, Andrew Bynum has shown up to play tonight from the start. He's been engaged in the game, running the floor, doing a good job on the defensive end, and that's what they need out of Andrew. He's been on the court just about 14 minutes so far in the first half. And what does he telegraph a pass?
Pau Gasol leaves it for Kobe. 3-ball on the way. Got it.
On you because he's always up in the air. We've got a timeout, 2:49 to play. The Nuggets, those plays.
Lawson around Sessions. That's a good box out and pick up off the rim by Bynum. Ahead of the pack goes Kobe. The Sessions turns it on and goes all the way in using that quickness and speed.
To pressure the Lakers in the half-court set. But when they do finally get it on the inside to Andrew, he's had some good success, as you mentioned. When you're 5 out of 6, I'd say that's being pretty efficient. He's showing his dominance again. It didn't matter who was on him. Once he got the basketball, he was able to go to work. And Kobe had a good start to this ball game. Knocked down a couple of big shots and really was looking to attack the rim. And I think he's got to continue to do that, especially when they put Gallinari on him. Gallinari's a long guy, but he can't stay with Kobe off.
Thought about it behind the back to Sessions, finally gets it to Ramon. Ramon's got to penetrate. He's had great success when he does that, and pow, that's... He and Andrew had been out rebounded by McGee and Fareed 30-19 in the last game. That's a good play by Kobe, Stu. After he had established himself as a starter, or rather a big contributor on this team. Underneath, that's a good feed. Sessions now to Powell, just picked up the assist on that Bynum basket a moment ago. Kobe working, turning, scoring. Bryant with the dribble. Over to Ebanks, quick pass and a good one to Powell at the baseline, and he knocks it down.
The Lakers have come out in the third quarter and moving the basketball. And when you move the ball, I don't care how good a defense is, if they can't outrun the pass, you're going to end up with some.
Because of that tempo that they play.
Only 5 on the shot clock.
And Kobe's got a good look if he wants it. Tried to go up on a Flalo, goes under from 15 feet and scores.
The Lakers now lead it by 1, 59-58, thanks to Kobe with the little step through thing there, a little jumper.
That's 13 foul. Harrington's got a rebound, and here they go. Always pushing. Probing that time, Miller. Oh, good cut. Blocked from behind by Andrew Bynum, and they keep it alive.
Players, anybody can put an arm out and knock down a pass, but few players, as we look at Andrew recovering to make the block, few players want to bend over to get to a bounce pass.
Third block by Andrew. Laker blocks in the series, 15 in the first game, 8 in the second, 10 in the third, and 5 blocks here. Oh, great underneath, and look out. Game time is at 7:30, pregame at 6:30. Here is Blake, loses the defense and scores as he lost. You haven't seen any of the previous games. Harrington has a torn meniscus right knee, and he's very limited, but he's out there giving it his all. How about Kobe losing 2-3 Nuggets and rides it up and in. Shot clock is off. The Lakers are down by 3. Kobe in control, kicking out of Barnes. Down the middle, baseline Hill, little fall away. Jumper is sweet music. Basketball, 7 of their last 9 points scored by bench players. Powell has it knocked away, stays with it, 1 on the shot clock. Blake hits the 3.
Recovery there as the shot clock was a major issue. But Powell finds Blake, and Blake finds the bottom.
6 in double figures in game 3. They're not going to get it this time. Here is Sessions over Gallinari. High arc is home in the series. 9 points. He's got it there again. Powell single covered for now, although Gallinari hedging over. Powell from the baseline for the Lakers. Kobe threw it away. Andre Miller blocked by Kobe. Loose ball. Lakers can break. Powell's got the dribble. He does. Now to Blake. Long jumper. No. Oh, Jordan Hill rises up to slam it home on the follow. And now where he's 2 for 4.
The three-pointer in transition missed, but Jordan Hill there for the rebound to put the Lakers up by 4. And JaVale McGee to the line to shoot 2. Last time he was at the line, he made 2, I believe. So let's see if he's successful this trip.
Not even gets to go now. Bryant again. Kicking it out to Ramon Sessions. Sessions has shot it 9 times. Oh, it fumbles right into the hands of Blake, who hits it.
Well, Steve Blake's got a nice stroke working, so he should post in that corner.
Bynum, jump hook, scores.
Andrew, we talked about it being flat. Helps to be 7-footer, so just shoots it straight in. No margin for error. He's a foul, and he's on the floor. That's not a bad guy to take the foul on.
Kobe with 6 on the clock. Free throw line over Gallinari. Got it! Up there. McGee, weak side. Andrews got to hustle back down. Long lead for Gallinari. Puts Kobe up, and Blake blocks it from behind.
Known as a shot blocker, but this is a crucial one. Saves an easy deuce and puts the ball back to the Nuggets with a 2-point deficit. Only player in double figures, or only player with a double-double, as he has 11 boards, and his activity has been crucial for the Lakers this evening as he is now out of the game. Powell and Andrew, the Lakers go with 4 of their starters.
All right, ball's going to be out of bounds to Andre Miller. Lakers lead.
Well, the Lakers' last possession, that one may come back to really haunt them.
But still, the Lakers are not in a deficit. It's 86 all. Oh, Gallinari and Powell get tangled. Here's Powell, kick it. This is for the lead. Sessions, yes! Ramon from the corner. And Gallinari is still down after getting hit by Powell. The referee was right there. He was right there and saw the entanglement with Gasol and Gallinari and said, play on. And Sessions hits the big shot in the corner, and it's 89-86.
3-point lead, under a minute to play. And now you have to make sure you play defense without fouling. Is the screen legal? Oh, yeah, that's a legal screen. Legal screen, he goes down, the fans don't like it, but then the big shot by Sessions, the short corner 3, bangs it home. The Lakers take the 3-point advantage with 48.1. So now don't foul, don't give up a 3. Kick it into the corner to Ramon Sessions. No question, he was behind the line and drains it. That's where we stand. 89-86.
Lakers lead by 3. Bryant trying to put a dagger perhaps into the Nuggets to Blake. Corner on its way. Got it! Steve Blake and the Lakers lead by 6, 92-86 with 18.9 as he gets the pass from Bryant and he buries it.
Talked about hitting open shots. That one wasn't necessarily that open, but Steve Blake camped in the corner. Kobe set it up, drive, kick. We've got a 6-point lead. As Steve Blake camping in the corner, Kobe says, I see you. Delivers it. Shot. Splash. Puts the Lakers up by their current 6. Now they just don't want to commit any fouls. If you have to give up a concession deuce, you do that.